Welcome to Instacast.
Welcome back, everybody. We're diving back into this fascinating challenge that we've been following.
Yeah.
This YouTuber attempting
It's crazy.
to grow a single cent
Yeah.
into $100,000 in just 1 month,
Just a month.
and all without using their existing personal brand.
Yeah, wild.
It's day 8 now,
Okay.
and we're heading to Amsterdam to see how they're navigating the challenges and leveraging their skills.
Amsterdam, all right.
So, I mean, it's not just about making money, right?
Yeah, not at all. I think that's what makes this so interesting.
Right.
It's really a real-time experiment. I think you said it well.
Yeah.
In resourcefulness, problem solving.
Yeah.
I mean, there are valuable lessons here
Absolutely.
for all of us.
Yeah, even for those of us not starting with a single penny.
Right, exactly.
So on day 8, we find our YouTuber embracing a pretty modest lifestyle in Amsterdam,
Mm-hmm.
totally focused on generating income.
Right.
For that initial cent, every dollar earned has to come from that penny.
Yeah.
No shortcuts allowed.
It's hardcore.
What stands out to you about their approach so far?
Well, I think I'm particularly intrigued by how they're identifying and capitalizing on niche skills.
Okay.
Take their social media marketing service, for example.
Okay.
They're focusing on Instagram stories,
Yeah,
which, a lot of people overlook.
that's true.
So I think that's very interesting.
You're right. I noticed that too.
Yeah,
And I think it's a clever way to stand out in a crowded market, right?
absolutely.
They even described it as disruptive.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Contrasting it with those more common offerings like website design or Facebook ads.
Right.
So it seems like they're really deliberately targeting a specific need.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think they're positioning themselves as specialists,
Yeah.
which is a really powerful strategy when you think about it.
Yeah.
For attracting clients who value expertise in a particular area.
And it seems to be working because we see them meeting with a client named Asada and offering this Instagram stories expertise.
Yeah.
But what I thought was really interesting
Yeah.
was that they're not just working from some boring office.
Right.
They relocate to a beach club.
Oh, nice.
They're working with Asada while enjoying the Amsterdam beach.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good reminder for all of us
Yeah.
that we can design work styles that prioritize both productivity and enjoyment.
Right.
I mean, this YouTuber is clearly demonstrating that you can hustle hard and still enjoy life's simple pleasures.
It's like they're saying you don't have to be chained to a desk to be successful.
Oh, exactly.
What do you think this says about their overall approach to this challenge?
Well, I think it really suggests a focus on balance and sustainability.
Okay.
They're not burning themselves out in pursuit of the goal.
Right.
Instead, they're integrating work into a lifestyle that includes, relaxation and enjoyment.
Which makes sense, right? If
Yeah.
you're going to keep up this pace for a whole month,
Yeah, they need it.
they got to avoid burnout.
Absolutely. And that's a valuable lesson for anyone with ambitious goals. Yeah.
Taking breaks, prioritizing your well-being
Right.
can actually enhance productivity in the long run.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Speaking of valuable lessons,
Okay.
we see the YouTuber kind of stepping into this mentor role
Oh, yeah.
with Asada, who, like many people, has a fear of speaking on camera.
It's so common.
Right.
It is, and the YouTubers really leveraging their own experience to guide Asada through it.
Yeah.
What's fascinating to me here is that this mentorship
Yeah.
isn't just about, giving technical advice.
Right.
It's about building confidence and empowering somebody to overcome this personal obstacle.
It seems genuine, too.
It
You can tell that they genuinely want Asada to succeed,
Yeah,
not just for the sake of the challenge,
Right.
but for Asada's own growth.
our own personal growth,
Yeah.
exactly.
And after a productive session with Asada, we see the YouTuber heading to a cafe
Okay.
where a chance encounter with someone named Julia leads to an afternoon of yoga and beach time. Oh, wow. So they're still keeping up the fun
Yeah.
activities.
Yeah, I was curious about this part.
Oh, yeah.
Even in the midst of this focus challenge,
Yeah.
they're making time for socializing and exploring these new connections.
Right.
Do you think this is a deliberate networking strategy
Mm-hmm.
or just a way to unwind?
It's hard to say for sure,
Yeah.
but I'm leaning towards the latter.
Okay.
Remember they emphasize the importance of work-life balance.
Right.
So this could be their way of recharging and staying open to those unexpected opportunities.
Right.
Sometimes the most valuable connections happen when we least expect them.
Absolutely.
So that's true. And speaking of unexpected encounters,
Okay.
we can't forget the most surprising twist of day 8.
Oh, you mean the YouTuber running into their parents?
Right. What are the odds?
What are the odds of that?
Of that happening
In Amsterdam,
in Amsterdam.
of all places.
I know, and remember, they're traveling in the same camper van that the YouTuber gifted them.
Oh, that's right.
It's such a heartwarming moment.
It is.
It really highlights the importance of family in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. But even with their parents right there,
I know.
they resisted the temptation to accept help.
Right.
You know, they stayed true to the rules of the challenge.
It's true dedication.
That's serious dedication.
It is. Imagine having your parents offer you a home-cooked meal
Oh, yeah.
and a place to stay
Of course.
while you're grinding away on this challenge.
Right.
It would be so easy to cave.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
It shows incredible discipline and a commitment
Yeah,
to the spirit of the challenge.
for sure.
It makes you wonder, like, what could we achieve if we applied that level of focus and integrity to our own goals?
Right. Wow, powerful thought.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's not forget, this is a deep dive into making money.
Right.
How did the YouTuber actually generate income on day 8?
Well, we saw them working with Asada, guiding her through that process of creating those Instagram stories.
Right.
They even shared some specific tips on overcoming that fear of being on camera,
Yeah.
suggesting she practice using Instagram's close friends feature
Oh, that's smart.
to get comfortable speaking to a smaller audience first.
That's a good strategy.
Right.
Yeah, it helps to ease the anxiety
Absolutely.
of putting yourself out there.
Yeah. And I noticed they also emphasized the importance of authentic storytelling
Yeah,
over those perfectly polished videos.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that resonates with a lot of people, especially in the world of social media where authenticity is so highly valued.
Definitely. And later in the day, we see them connecting with Julia,
Right.
although the details of that interaction are a bit vague.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you think this could be a potential source of income?
Potentially.
Or maybe a future collaboration?
It's certainly possible. It seems like the YouTuber has a knack for spotting opportunities,
Yeah.
even in those casual encounters.
But the real question is, how much did they manage to make on day 8? Did they hit any major milestones?
We'll get ready for this,
Okay.
because by the end of the day, the YouTuber reveals a total of
Okay.
$1,750.
Wow. That's a massive jump from the previous day.
It is. Unfortunately, the source material doesn't really give us a breakdown of the income sources.
So we're left to speculate a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
It seems safe to assume that their work with Asada is bringing in some steady income.
Yeah, probably.
And perhaps that meeting with Julia led to a paid collaboration
Maybe.
or some freelance work.
Possibly.
It's also possible that they have other side hustles going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
There are probably some income streams that aren't explicitly shown in the video.
Which I think is a valuable lesson in itself.
Oh, for sure.
There's so many different ways to generate income,
Yeah.
and it's often a combination of different strategies
Right.
that lead to success.
Absolutely. And the YouTuber's journey so far really demonstrates the importance of being adaptable and open to new opportunities.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's fascinating to see how much they've accomplished in just 8 days,
I know.
especially starting with just a penny.
It's pretty incredible.
Their resourcefulness and ability to adapt, are truly inspiring.
Yeah.
But beyond those financial strategies, something else really struck me about day 8.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Well, it was the subtle message
Okay.
about the importance of work-life balance.
Yeah, for sure.
Even amidst this intense challenge,
Right.
they made time for yoga and beach time
Right.
and socializing.
Exactly. And they seem to really understand that
Yeah.
rest and recreation aren't just indulgences.
Right.
They're essential for maintaining focus
Yeah,
and creativity.
exactly. And it ties back to their decision to decline help from their parents.
Right.
It's like they're intentionally building a lifestyle that integrates both work and leisure
Yes.
rather than viewing them as separate entities.
I think that's a really key takeaway for anyone
Yeah.
pursuing these ambitious goals. You know, it's not about sacrificing your well-being for the sake of success.
Right.
It's about finding a sustainable rhythm
Yeah.
that allows you to thrive in all areas of your life.
Well said.
Hmm.
And speaking of thriving, they've certainly made significant progress
They have.
toward that financial goal.
Absolutely.
But with over 2 weeks left in the challenge,
Right.
they still have a long way to go
They do.
to reach that $100,000 target.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they maintain this momentum.
Right.
You know, as the stakes get higher, the pressure's gonna increase.
For sure. Do you think they'll need to, change their strategies at some point? Or uncover some hidden talents that we haven't seen yet?
I think adaptability is going to be key.
Yeah.
The challenges they face in week 3 might be completely different from week 1. They
Right.
might need to get creative to, step outside their comfort zone,
Yeah.
maybe even collaborate with others in some unexpected ways.
Yeah, it's a reminder that success is rarely a linear path.
Mhm.
There will be setbacks, surprises, moments where you need to pivot
Yeah,
and adjust your approach.
absolutely. And that's what makes this YouTuber's journey so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just a how-to guide on making money.
Right.
It's like a real-time exploration of the entrepreneurial mindset
Yes.
with all its twists and turns.
Speaking of exploration, I wanted to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
You challenged our listeners to think about their own unconventional skills
Yeah,
and how they could be leveraged for income or growth.
it's true. What advice would you give to somebody who's struggling to identify those hidden talents?
That is a great question.
Well, I'd say start by reflecting on what you genuinely enjoy doing,
Okay.
even if it seems unrelated to your current work or career aspirations.
Yeah.
What are you naturally good at?
Right.
What do people often compliment you on?
Yeah.
Those are often clues to your hidden talents.
It's like that old saying, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life.
Exactly. And once you've identified those talents,
Yeah.
start brainstorming ways to apply them in a practical way.
Yeah.
Maybe it's offering a freelance service or creating an online course or starting a side hustle.
The YouTuber's journey is proof that even those seemingly simple skills
Right.
can be monetized with a bit of creativity and resourcefulness.
Precisely so. Don't underestimate the power of your unique abilities.
Yeah.
Embrace them, explore them.
Right.
And who knows, they might just lead you to your next big breakthrough.
Well, that's a wrap on day 8 of this incredible journey.
It really is.
We've witnessed hustle heart
Yeah.
and a whole lot of entrepreneurial inspiration.
It's been a really insightful deep dive, I think, filled with
Yeah.
valuable lessons
Yeah.
about resourcefulness, adaptability,
For sure.
and the importance of balancing ambition
Right.
with well-being.
Absolutely. Be sure to join us next time
Yes.
as we continue to follow this YouTuber's quest to turn 1 cent into $100,000.
I can't wait.
What new challenges and triumphs await on day 9?
Right.
We can't wait to find out.
Until then,
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
keep exploring your passions.
Yes.
Keep pushing your boundaries.
Absolutely.
And never underestimate the power of your unique talents.
Well said. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.